What is the difference between the Christ of faith and the Jesus of history? Well, this is an important distinction that historians make. When we look at Jesus, we really have these two distinct ideas. We have one that is based on theology and one that is based on history. For me, when I talk about Jesus, I'm talking about the historical Jesus. That means that a lot of these supernatural claims are simply put aside. The reason for this is rather simple. As a historian, I don't have the tools to deny or confirm miracles or any supernatural account. The issue here is that when we're looking at history, what we're doing is looking at probability. While anything is possible, what is more likely to be historical is what is more probable. Now, because of the definition of miracles, they being the least likely thing to occur, as a historian, I cannot confirm them. For Christians, this is where the idea of the Christ of faith comes in. We go from the history to the theology. History gets you up to that gate, but as a Christian, you have to open up that gate and walk through it. And that's where theology can begin. Once we get through that gate, then we have a whole new tools within theology and philosophy in order to examine these claims and really to get a full idea of what's going on. This is an important distinction to make between the Jesus of history and the Christ of faith. Because when someone like me talks about Jesus, I'm looking at just the historical Jesus, the Jesus of history. That means I have to work within a set framework with a certain methodology. So when I look at something like the virgin birth, I cannot confirm that that happened, but I can look at it through a different lens. I can look at how it relates to Judaism and what some of the theological backings may have been that would have produced such a story. That doesn't necessarily mean that that virgin birth never happened or that the theological implications with that birth are meaningless. It just means that I cannot confirm them. So instead, I have to look at it in a different way.